I want you to watch this video of Gad Saad and Mosab Hassan Youssef, a warning to the West. Check it out.
And yet we're seeing millions of Westerners fall completely under the sway of this romantic idea of, Islam is the language, is the religion of the noble brown person. Palestine is the land of the oppressed. So there's kind of a romantic view that is in part shaped by this astronomical ignorance about the realities that you can certainly speak to. How do we get to the Westerners to appreciate some of the things that you're talking about? Is there a way, or is it completely hopeless, Mosab?
Well, it takes manifestation to understand a certain theory. For those who studied history, especially the Islamic history, it is not it's not a secret what was the outcome of an Islamic Khilafah and how many Khilafahs the Muslims tried to actually establish.
Can you explain what it is for those who don't know what that is?
Well, Khilafah means literally an Islamic state. But this Islamic state is not limited to a political border. It's not limited to geography. It's a global state that it's the duty of all jihadists, of Muslims, to fight. Okay, to fight, to practice jihad. And I say this is an Islamic obligation according all Islamic resources, that jihad is the most fundamental principle of Islam, and all Muslims are committed to jihad. Now, those who cannot fight by the means of the sword, like they are not capable physically or mentally, they have to donate and they have to fund those who are able to fight. And this shows you why the vast majority of the Muslim world are complicit in jihad and jihadism to the degree they have failed to condemn Hamas up to now. Why? Because they know deep in their belief Hamas is practicing Islam. Now, the fancy idea of let's try to destroy or annihilate civilizations in the West and in the East. Islam is not only against Christians or Jews. Islam is against all non-Muslims. And that includes Hindus, that includes Buddhists, and we have a long history of Islamic violence against all other religions around the world. Now, for people, it's fancy because they haven't experienced the manifestation of an Islamic state, or they lack knowledge. They are not familiar with the Islamic history. That I don't want to say millions, but at least hundreds of thousands of Muslims actually killed each other in the internal Islamic conflict between Islamic Khilafahs. So I don't want to go too far with this. The Islamic State, throughout the centuries, 1400 years of experience, proved to be a dead end, proved to be a failing model that did not work. So today, as a historian, as a person who is not willing to compromise my intelligence, I know that the Islamic Khilafah will not lead to prosperity, to peace, to stability, to justice. And it is going only to ignite the bloodlust for more dominion, for more aggression, where the Muslim jihadists can take women, children as booty. They can enslave humanity in case they don't convert to Islam. So my intelligence does not allow me to accept such a belief system. And many people tried so hard to differentiate, say, no, there are good Muslims and there are bad Muslims. You know, this game of good cup versus bad cup. But they are both, or both parties are serving the same God. They are serving the same constitution. Hence, we have to address Islam the way it is. And the more we tolerate such an aggressive and violent mindset, more violence will happen. And I don't want this young enthusiasts who think that establishing an Islamic State or a Palestinian state on the rubble of Israel or an Islamic State on the rubble of civilization, what's in common between these two entities, Palestine and the Islamic State, that both of them depend on the destruction of that which exists.
Yes, 100%. That is why they chant that in all Western cities. They're saying in Britain, free Palestine. They're saying in Canada, free Palestine. What they mean is free Palestine in those places. They don't care about the Gazan children. What they're trying to do is bring an Islamic caliphate or a Palestine or whatever you want to call it to the West, and liberation for all, for example, they'll say. Like, what does that sound to you? That sounds like they don't want to just free Palestine in Gaza or Israel. They want to free Palestine all over the world. For more, you can subscribe to this channel. Remember, our main channel, Jewish Uncensored, was banned. Sorry, not banned, but demonetized. And therefore, to support us, you can still go to buymeacoffee.com/Jewish Uncensored. We're working on getting the original main channel back on monetization. But until we do that, your support is much needed. Thank you for watching this video and have a good one.